G'day and welcome to ReDriven. Now, Ford, they've been pumping out cars for nearly 120 years, and in that time, many of those cars have had speed and performance as their number one objective. But which examples executed their objective the best? What are the top 5 fast Ford road cars of all time? We asked Reddit, Facebook, Ford owners groups, Ford dealers, Ford owners, Ford fans what they thought were the best fast Fords, and these are the results. Here are our top 5 fast Fords of all time. Of course, there was going to be a Mustang on this list, but will it be the only Mustang on this list? In 5th place, it is the 2020 Ford Mustang Shelby GT500. Putting out 567 kilowatts or 760 horsepower from its 5.2-litre supercharged V8, the GT500 is the most powerful production car Ford has ever built. But this thing isn't just a straight-line only drag racing one-trick pony. See what I did there? The pony, because it's like the Mustang's a horse and the ponies are a horse as well? Yeah. With bespoke suspension, enormous Brembo brakes, sticky Michelin tyres and genuine aero, the GT500 possesses the dynamic and performance ability of smaller and lighter sports cars. Plus, it retains the Mustang's everyday appeal, and just listen to it. In 4th place, this one is a homologation special, and for those that don't know what that means, basically for Ford to race these cars, they had to make a whole bunch of road-going versions of it to be allowed to race them. So basically, this is a racing car with some creature comforts. In 4th place, it's the 1987 Sierra Cosworth RS500. Even the standard, if you can even call it that, Sierra RS Cosworth was an incredibly special vehicle, but the RS500 variant pushed the race car for the road concept even further. A larger turbo, larger intercooler, strengthened engine block, upgraded fuel and oil systems provided more power and torque, and revised aero helped glue the Sierra to the ground through the corners. Only 500 RS500s were ever built, and to own one these days, you're going to be parting with over $200,000 to get one. If the RS500 was a race car for the road, then our 3rd place getter is a rally car for the road. It's the 1970 Mark I Escort RS1600. The RS1600 is where it all started for the legendary RS brand. The recipe was simple: take some genuine thoroughbred racing mechanicals and wrap them in a small, light, beautifully balanced rear-wheel drive body. Under the bonnet was the first example of the now famous Cosworth-designed BDA engine, and even though its 85 kilowatts of power may sound immensely underwhelming these days, remember, a standard Escort only put out 30 kilowatts. The RS1600 started the Blue Oval's long domination of rallying, which led to generations of Fords conquering some of the toughest rally stages on the planet. In 2nd place, it's another rally car for the road, but this one's a whole lot more serious than our 3rd place go to the RS1600. This is the RS200. Like the RS500 in 4th place, the RS200 was built as a homologation special to allow Ford to enter the most bonkers crazy rally category ever, Group B. Group B was introduced in 1982, and look, while there were some restrictions on what could and couldn't be done, the rules were very relaxed, and that resulted in some of the fastest and most dangerous rally cars ever built. The RS200 was an immensely complicated machine. The Cosworth engineered 1.8-litre turbocharged engine was mid-mounted, while the gearbox was situated at the front, and the car was, of course, 4-wheel drive. There was double wishbone suspension all the way around with twin dampers at each corner, a fiberglass body, and in race trim, the engine produced anything between 250 and 300 kilowatts. And while the road-going version put out a more modest 185 kilowatts, it weighed less than 1,200 kilos, and this was in the mid-1980s. Now, before we get to 1st place, can I ask you guys a favour? Could you please hit those like, subscribe and bell icon buttons? It really does help us out immensely. And hey, why not go and follow us on all the socials as well? Also, the sheer amount of fast Fords that we were presented with to make up this list was truly incredible. So we want to know, what makes up your personal top 5 fast Fords list? Let us know in the comment section below. Okay, 1st place. Now, back in 1960, if you wanted to race in the GT class of the 24-hour Le Mans race, you had to build 25 road-going examples of your race car to be allowed to race, which gave us our number 1. It's another homologation special, and by a unanimous decision, it's the GT40. Beating Ferrari at what they do best is no small feat, and if you've seen the movie Ford vs Ferrari, you'll understand just how iconic this car is. Ford built only 31 examples of the road-going GT40, which differed little from the Le Mans winning race versions. Wire wheels, carpet fabric, matte pockets in the doors, and a cigarette lighter made up most of the changes, and understandably, buying one today will set you back many millions of dollars. The Mark 1 GT40 wasn't perfect, and it required many modifications to secure its race-winning reputation. But when it came to counting votes for this particular list, even though 2nd through to 20th was incredibly close, for the GT40, it was a clear and resounding win. Thank you so much for watching, and if you voted, thank you so much for your input. We couldn't have done it without you. And hey guys, I hate to ask again, but can you please do us a favor and hit those like, subscribe, and bell icon buttons? Also, let us know what makes up your top 5 fast forwards. Let us know in the comment section below. Oh no, hey, can you go and follow us on all the socials as well? See you next time. Forwards were, and these are the roll. Oh, whoa! My brain just to secure its waist winning Warwick. It's the 1987 Sierra RS. Fucking you bastard! Anything where but any.